Remove
We're
the
in.
presentation. Remove the presentation slide first, just our face first, and then only we put the presentation in.
All right. Okay, we're in.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live now.
Hi everybody. Good afternoon. We're very happy today.
guys.
We have Dr. Pui San in our chat room today to talk about training in the new normal amidst COVID-19. So at the moment, give us 1 minute. We want to share it on our personal page so we get more engagement.
Done already, bro.
I'm still talking, that's why. Hold on. Never mind, you done already. You talk to doctor.
Okay, you give Rupert 1 hour first. Let him share his post.
I wish I cannot find. Where? Shit. Hey, doctor, you mentioned already?
Yeah.
I think done already. Very fast.
Okay.
It's not that
receive a coffee first.
All right. So, thank you very much, Dr. Pui San, for coming in. So, just to introduce Dr. Pui San, she's a doctor currently working at the Seremban Hospital. Are you still doing a Saturday thingy?
Yeah, I'm very lazy, but yeah, I am.
So you can, if you want to find her also, you can find her on Saturdays from what time to what time at where?
It's supposedly 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m. at Region Rehabilitation Hospital in Section 13 PJ.
All right. And
so any
Dr.
injuries, you can go to Dr. Pui San. She will help you.
So not only is she a doctor in sports medicine, but she's already done races like ironman, ultra marathons. So she's very experienced and has a hands-on knowledge about all these sports. So she knows what you guys are doing. All right. So I'll let Dr. Pui San to take over, and I'll try to share the thing now. All right.
All right, Dr. Pui San, do you want your slides on now?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Yeah, it's on.
So I think we had some technical issues. I can't blow up the slides, so we'll just do like this lah. Hi guys, my name is Pui San. I'm a sports medicine physician, and I think the topic we're talking today is very relevant because as of yesterday, our Prime Minister already announced that we are loosening a bit of our movement control order, which also means that some of us are back to work. Okay. But apparently, the only one that's always been working, so I don't know why is it a good thing, But some of you are back to work, and you are allowed to exercise outdoors in very, very small groups.
10 people per group.
Actually, a lot less, but never mind that. But so because I am also very active in Zwift, I noted a lot of you guys are also on it, and some of you went missing. So we will talk about all that because we want, or rather, I would like you to return to your, normal routine. Normal life without any injuries. Because despite me doing private work, right, I don't quite like to see patients who are injured.
So honest, doctor.
No, I am, because it is frustrating for me as a doctor, and also because I understand what you're going through.
And some is your personal friends as well.
Yeah, because I don't like to see people injured, because I know the complaints. You are frustrated, you can't breathe, and I'm like having flashbacks of my bad times. So it's not good for everyone.
So it's a good thing that you're an athlete yourself also.
So yeah, so let's go through this. Yeah, so before we start, let's have a flashback of what has happened to date. So we started our MCO on the 18th of March. Officially, that is 46 days ago. I calculated already. Yeah. So
damn
today,
long, right?
we technically do not know officially when full MCO will stop. Right now, we are loosening MCO, but it's not back to normal per se yet. A lot of people are predicting it will end after Raya. It may end earlier, may end with in the next 2 weeks, or it may actually end a lot later after Raya. That really depends. Therefore, we do not know when pre-MCO life will resume. A lot of experts in viral epidemiology predicting about 6 months from now.
Wow.
We're hoping the virus will more or less not be this. How you say? It will not.
Don't spread as much lah.
It won't spread as much, but it would not be that dangerous because a lot of people already had it, was asymptomatic and recovered, right? So we were hoping by then it will be okay. So most likely end of 2020, hopefully a bit earlier.
Once a patient already got it, then recovered, do they have like an antibody against it, or they can still kena again?
Yes, you have the antibody against it.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah, like chickenpox lah kan.
So won't kena again lah.
What's the percentage of them going to get back the virus?
Actually, I can't answer that question because right now we don't know a lot about the coronavirus. This is a relatively new virus for us. As far as I'm concerned, when you get it, you are it, you have the illness, you will recover from it, you will have the antibody towards it, which means you will not get it again. All right. However, like in medicine, there is nothing 100%, unless you die 100%. But 100%. So let's say if your immune system has gone down for some other reasons, and your body don't produce that much, there could be a chance. I would not say that everything is 100% definite, right? But ideally, you get it, you recover from it, you have antibody towards it. Okay. So that is that lah. Right. So when we loosen the MCO, like now, like on Monday, we do not yeah, you're already
already confirmed.
Rupert already getting ready to run on Monday.
We do not know that this will cause another spike of infection. Like I said, as of yesterday, the PM announced that we are trying to return to some semblance of normal life, which is good because the MCO has affected this, not just this country, but worldwide in terms of economy. Okay, and if our economy is shit, technically everyone will kena punya. So it is good, but I think
I'm afraid
fast. But whatever it is, so now, like I've mentioned before, we are allowed to go out jogging and cycling, and some outdoor activities in small group. I know it is stated at less than 10 people, but keeping distance from each other, which we will talk about more. Still no gym, still no swimming pool as of yet. So people like me who don't like to swim, but I don't like to wash my hair, is very happy. I'm very happy. Okay. And of course, some of you will be returning to work and less bored at home, so that is good for all of you. But not good for me, but I have to be stuck in the gym now. Okay. What do we know as of now? With the data we have, with the information we have, what do we know? We know that in the near and foreseeable future, in until end of the year, social distancing and hand hygiene will be the normal thing, right?
Yeah.
Whether or not, despite that being the advice, right? Whether or not
people follow it,
can follow or not, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Right. Already with MCO, not many people are following it. There are some.
I'm afraid that like after MCO, right, then everybody thought it's okay already. Then after that, the virus might spike back up again.
Yep. A lot of people think that once MCO ends, meaning virus died already, no more virus. Well, it's not true. It just means that our infection within public itself, right, has been more or less controlled, which means that hopefully not many people who are high risk to it will get infected, and they will not get stuck in ICU and like that. So that is what is happening. So it doesn't mean that everything is back to normal.
Correct.
I know it's a different story. So also what we know is there is not going to be a vaccine anytime soon. To create and mass produce a vaccine takes a lot of work, okay? And you need to do trials to see whether the vaccine is safe. Whether it works or not, and whether it is safe or not to everybody. Because what you don't want is to inflict someone with the infection via the vaccine, because it can happen, right?
I read somewhere or heard somewhere saying that they say that this virus is very special compared to others. They like it can mutate much better compared to other virus.
Yes,
That's why it's very hard to.
a lot of virus mutates. That is why every year, even like for your influenza virus, every year it mutates a little bit, and therefore every year you get a flu shot. It doesn't mean you get a flu shot, you're protected from all influenza virus. It doesn't work that way. Same with the coronavirus, and bear in mind that this is a virus that we are not very familiar with, right? So again, magic cure is not going to happen anytime soon. Okay?
Trump say can just inject with this.
Oh my god, Donald Trump is appalling. But
he has his what hydrochlorofluoro something, and then he said just inject and it will work.
yeah, but in Malaysia it's called community suicide lah. I'll just okay. What we also know is this: there is going to be a lot of us out there who have the virus or is having the virus, but have no symptoms.
Correct.
I could be having the virus right now, but we have no symptoms.
Is it because our immune system is strong enough to defend?
Yes, maybe because we are young, we are healthy, we slept enough. I hope for you guys. We are healthy enough that the virus just comes. We maybe feel a bit tired. We think because we did a bit too much the day before, and then it just goes away. So we may be having that, and we have no symptoms. Therefore, we do not know.
Then how long will the virus stay in our body?
That's why there's the incubation period, or rather the quarantine period of 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, you have the virus. 2 weeks, you are supposed to be like, settled. You have produced the antibody, and end of story, right? So therefore, why they say that when you get the virus, or rather when you get sick, you are tested positive for the virus. They quarantine for 2 weeks, and then they make sure they are tested negative twice before they release you back into outside lah. So because of that, sometimes we unknowingly pass the virus to someone else. So let's say people that you live with at home, right? Your mom and dad, your siblings, your partner. So you don't know that, and it's very hard to predict who will, which is why the early on the period of MCO, right? It is so they made it so strict. Only one person can go out per family, or one person can go out to go grocery shopping, because they want to make sure only that many people who might be infected are outside. You get it?
All right.
And because of this, all sporting events most likely will push forward to 2021. So you have your Olympics, the big one, Olympics. It's pushed forward to 2021 already. Then our local ones, all our football games for this year. Even our local junior games might also push forward to next year.
Our Ironman race.
Ironman race.
Ironman race. That's the biggest one.
But yeah, so it will be pushed forward to next year. But even if it's going to be held this year, it's going to be towards end of 2020. Okay, but you never know. Someone powerful, someone very rich will lobby for it to be a bit earlier. You never know. Okay,
I think if this thing can be settled or cured, I mean, by end of the year, it's considered very good already.
Yes, you are right, Edwin. Because again, right now we are all indoors. We are staying away from each other. Therefore, the increase has more or less plateaued and is coming down. But so now is a time for us to see whether we can go back to normal or not. We let some people out to work. Then we see how the infection is like. Whether people are falling sick, whether people are having respiratory issues, whether people need to go to hospital, are they in the ICU? So we are trying to see whether with letting a bit of people out, whether it stays plateaued, right?
So it's sort of a testing period lah, and then if it's gone worse, and then might continue again the tight MCO.
So which is why we do not want to abuse the loosening of the MCO. We want to return to normal, right? I know that everyone wants to return to normal. Who wants to stay at home?
All right, we no need to see you next week. You train by yourself.
Everybody wants to go back to normal, right? So now, having known all this, what does it mean for the recreational athlete, which is the population we are trying to address right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So because we know that a lot of events, which means a lot of people will be gathering, and the risk of infection there are very high.
Right.
A lot of events are being pushed forward to the end of the year, which means for all of us, we have about 4 or 6 months of no race and no events. Okay, but I'm hoping it'll be 6 and above, right? And a lot of races scheduled to the end of the year might be pushed to next year.
Next year,
MCO
most probably.
Okay. And if you're on a training plan aiming to peak at a certain race end of this year, you will have to face uncertainty in that training because it may not happen, right? You can reach, you can do like a really good FTP test, but it will not mean anything, right? And
true.
you have a scheduled race end of the year for overseas, you may want to get to check whether you can get the money back or not.
The refund and stuff like that.
Likely it's not going to happen now, because right now even we are having we are having strict border controls. Other countries are closing their borders totally, right? So I can't even tell you when we are going to end MCO for our country. Lagi, I cannot tell you when that country or this country is going to like open back their borders and you can go in and race, right? So get back your money lah.
I think like what Brian Lee is saying is exactly true. Just work out for fitness to stay healthy for stronger immune system.
Yeah, he's been telling me that since like yesterday already.
Right. now after the MCO, and then a lot of people train at home, and then we start to see a lot of professionals appear in Malaysia. Those doing a 1 hour 30 minutes for Olympic distance, sub 4 hours for half Ironman, all start to appear. So
yeah, I know. We can talk about that later. So remind me for that. I didn't prepare like that. So so like I said before, we need to be a bit careful about returning to normal when the MCO loosens, because we do not want
don't get too excited.
Yeah, imagine right now, at least we can go out in pair style. Next week we can run on our own outside. Okay, imagine, not on treadmill, not in your living room, not around anything. Use it. Don't abuse it.
In my running shoes.
Don't abuse it, and most important is we do not want to see a spike in infection. That's about it. Okay?
Yeah. Flatten the curve.
Yeah, flatten the curve. Make the curve stay flattened. That's more important.
Rupert Niger want to break free already.
Yeah, I know.
So what does that mean for the recreational athlete right now? Okay. To be fair, you can't do much because it is what it is. Nothing you can do will make the MCO end faster. Nothing you can do will make the races not get postponed or not get cancelled. Life just needs to go on. And like what Brian said, you still have to keep your fitness. You have to continue training, maintain fitness as much as you can in whatever situation you are in right now. Okay? Because I love this book, by the way. We like this. Yeah, we do not rise to the level of expectation, which means that when the race finally
rise to the level of expectation.
Right, when the race finally comes, in your head, I can still do a sub 4 marathon. But all you've been doing, right, all with MCO is running around your dining table. All right, so it will not happen. Or maybe
I think they damn sure they're running around their table. I'm seeing people can run at 3-minute pace around their table.
Yeah, seeing the answer.
You expect you can run that sort of race in that sort of timing, but you have not been putting in the training all this while. But what he's trying to say is we actually fall to a level of our training, which is why training, maintaining fitness, maintaining your active lifestyle, however you can, right, is important. And by the way, I got this as an audio book. It's one of the best audiobooks to listen to when you're on trainer now. Seriously.
Wow. Okay. I will check it out. Yeah.
Very motivated. Because when he talks about his multiple Ironman training. He's multiple.
Ultras and
I feel the pain. Right.
Where
So,
do you download the audiobook?
sorry.
Where do you download the audiobook?
You can get it. You can get the
Amazon.
trial of Audible. Audible, the app itself gives you 1 month free. You can get one book, so you just get that. Then you cancel your after that.
I've been seeing David Goggins on YouTube, but then he looks so serious and not much of a character. That's why I stopped watching.
Actually, he is very serious.
He's very intense.
He's very yes. You're right.
Yeah. Very intense guy.
Right, to strengthen your mindset, to make your focus iron like, steel like. It's very good. It's you need that when you are in pain, you are pushing through, you're trying to finish your race, and you're running, you're trying to beat the clock on in the race itself, right? So you need to be strong in that sense. So when I listen to him talk about all this, right, I find that it is very applicable to endurance sports. So it's a bit extreme at some.
Yeah, it's a bit extreme.
But there are a lot of things in his book, right, that is very relevant to us. So again, it's something, this, if you guys are bored lah, okay. So like I said, maintaining fitness and training as much as you can needs to continue lah. Okay, but before you even look at that, right, I think now it's a good time to actually be honest with yourself, because not everyone is in the same situation in MCO, right? So what I mean by this, I consider myself lucky because I'm still going to work. That's one. Second thing is I have a trainer at home. I've always had a trainer at home, and I have been on this for many years. So for me, when I am homebound, I can't go out and hang out with my friends. What I do, I go on my trainer. I get on Discord. I talk to my friends while they are cycling as well. So I'm lucky, but not everyone is. Okay.
Exactly.
So some people don't have a trainer at home, or some people don't have a treadmill at home. By the way, I'm very jealous of you guys having a treadmill. Some people
I don't have.
Front yard, and they're running ultras in their front yard. Or some people have a very big dining table. They're running around it at home, right? And some people are very consistent with their workouts. Every single day, they're still working out. They're posting on Strava. They're posting on social media. They're doing this. They're doing that.
Of course,
gambar saja. Got some people didn't want to get a trainer and a treadmill initially because they thought MCO is going to be over soon, and then now extend, and now they got it. Tak sampai lagi. Next week can run outside already.
But they don't want to go out run.
No. They say please continue MCO so I can use my treadmill.
Try the treadmill.
I also ordered a treadmill. It's coming next week now.
Oh, I see you're one of it.
No, it's not that big because let's be honest lah. Like I said before, a lot of things we don't.
You think about long term now, right?
Yeah.
Long term, right?
That's true.
Rupert, think about long term.
Yeah, long term. So we're talking about So some people are very consistent every single day. Some people are not at all. I'm sure you have some students that went AWOL. You try to contact them, they're like nowhere.
The training peak all red.
Training peaks all red.
Yeah, all right. So
mine green.
And some people they train too much and now they're overtrained or they're injured. Okay. And some may even lost excessive amount of weight or gain excessive amount of weight. And this is important to know because if you lose weight without actually meaning to lose weight, right? What I'm worried about is this athlete or is this person eating well, right?
Right.
Or is this person doing well? Because that person could be eating, Maggie mee every day, or they just surviving on biscuit every day to raise their food.
Oh, Rupert.
I eat Maggie mee every day.
God.
So he always eat the crackers, the biscuit. Damn a lot.
Biscuit ping pong and Maggie mee every day.
So when people lose weight and they don't mean to lose weight, it worries me. Same thing as people gain weight when they don't mean to gain weight. It also worries me because that will also mean more pressure onto the joints when they return back to training, right? And
I'll ask you something like when we train indoors, right? Definitely, I think our sweat rate is more than training outdoors, right? Is it?
Sorry,
Or depend on training indoors, the sweating rate is higher than training outdoors, is it? Or
the sweat
depend on
rate.
the program?
The sweat rate,
Me-
the sweating rate,
Sweating, how much you
Okay.
sweat?
indoors
It
versus outdoors.
It really depends though, because right, when you train outdoors, you sweat, it evaporates very fast. But when you're indoors, I don't know, maybe you on aircon and train lah, then
Yeah,
you don't feel
yeah.
right. But if you don't, you are just there. There's no wind.
Yep.
You feel like you're sweating a lot more. So it's very hard to do.
Yep.
Some people when they train outdoors, they get the cold, so that's actually a bit
Yep.
easier.
Especially cycling.
Whereas we train indoors, you don't actually coast. You are perpetually cycling and you're trying to beat some, I don't know, KOM sprint, sprint or whatever. You push yourself a bit harder. You're going to sweat a lot more. That's very hard to say. And then most important one is this one. What is the mental state of this person right now? Right? We don't know whether this person is in the right frame of mind to actually return to training, especially people that have gone AWOL, right? Because there are reasons why they went missing in the first place, or why they're not doing the training in the first place. So we need to know where their mental state is at that point in time. So now let's say you have not been training since MCO started, which is 46 days already. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
The thing you need to ask yourself, or ask the athlete to ask themselves is this the right time to focus on training or focus on working out? Because there are many reasons as to why they stop, and that needs to be settled, which we'll talk more later. Or PTO means patient over, no worry. Yeah. So they also have to be honest with themselves. How much fitness have they lost? Because let's say on Monday, MCO is loosened, you can go out for a run, you decide to, time I always run 10K. You have not run for 46 days. You are not going up. You're going to get, all right? So you need to be honest with yourself on that part. And if you have not been doing anything at all, maybe it'd be better, as opposed to restarting a training program, just be consistent to do something that is physically active.
I think the thing is, a lot of people don't know how much fitness they lost. Like they can't gauge how much they lost.
It's safe to say, right? If you cannot gauge your fitness, how much fitness you have lost, you have not worked out for 46 days, consider yourself newbie. Okay? Consider yourself newbie, start slow, make it consistent, and then if you find that you are progressing well, you feel good, you try to push further. As opposed to you do a slow jog for like 20 minutes, you think you're going to die, obviously you lost all fitness, right? So that is the general life we give.
And there's something I want to add is that not only just on the fitness side, but because of they've not been running, so then the tendons and ligaments, they're not as strong, and when they run outdoors, especially when they're pounding on the pavement, there's a high risk they get injury on their ankles, their knees.
You're right.
So that needs adaptation.
Yeah, you're right.
It will take a few weeks to adapt back when you start training outdoors.
Definitely. Right. So so you just want to be consistent with doing something. And then once you're consistent, you can be consistent. That's when you start back your base training. Do back all your low to moderate intensities, right? Not do high intensity stuff just because your friends are doing it. This person is doing it. That person is doing it. No. You do what you can do for yourself.
Need to be self-disciplined.
Yes.
You're not running 80 kilometers in your house,
Okay, so slowly building up your training duration is important, because you do not want to get injured in this crucial part. Imagine MCO 46 days, you don't do anything already. You go out Monday, you get injured by Tuesday. You're like back to square one, It doesn't make sense. Right? So you don't want.
I think after MCO, you're gonna get a lot of patience.
Oh my god! I hope not. I thought about that. I'm like, oh shit. So, one thing important is, are you in the right frame of mind to train? Okay, because life itself is stressful. MCO just adds on to the whole entire stress. Okay, so again, like I said, I am lucky. A lot of you guys are lucky as well. we live alone, or we don't have kids, or we have equipments at home, we have work that allows us to work from home all this while. So we are lucky.
Keep yourself busy lah.
Yeah, but some people have work issues. Their boss may be messaging them every few minutes. Report. And some people have family issues. Last time work was their salvation. They go to work, the kids are at school, happy. Now the kids are at home like 24 hours a day. They can't live anywhere. So that is stressful as well. And then because a lot of economies are slowing down due to the MCO, financially some people are very
the
much.
spending power also is also lower already.
Sorry?
Spending power.
Yes. Somewhat lah, yeah. But yes, so financial issues is a big cause of stress, right? You have your kids' issues as well. So we don't know where the individual stands in this stressful duration. Okay, so by making them do exercise or making them do training, rigid training, right? It actually on stress for some people. Yes, I understand that exercise does help reduce stress. But think about it, if it had already helped reduce stress, that person would not have gone missing for so long. Right? So there must be a reason why to them going AWOL in the first place.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So if this is you, if this is this person, my advice is take your time. Settle everything. When you're in the better state of mind, then slowly return. Okay?
All right.
But let's say you're on the other end. Your home is like a gym. You have a treadmill, you have a trainer, you have your squat rack, everything like your house like a gym. And you have been so much time on your hands.
I think after MCO, a lot of people turn their room into gym already.
Yes, that's what I always wanted to do. But then because of this, right, you have some people with drastic increments in mileage, duration, intensity in 46 days. Right?
Yeah.
So
it builds a lot of stress on the body.
Yes. So let's say last time they're doing 8 hours of training in a week because they're working and they have other things to do. Now they're doing it 20 hours a week like a pro,
Ever resting.
Every one session already 20 hours.
They're training like queens right now. Okay? They're like training like
my
right now.
Companion at 12 o'clock, they're still training.
So yeah. And then I know Yi made it popular by running an ultra in the living room. but don't knock me. I've tried it. It's not too bad. Okay.
All right, let's stop laughing about other people.
Okay. No. To be serious, I have tried running in my living room as well. It does work. I have clocked a very slow 5K every other day. Not bad. So there is a change in your running surface.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And the direction.
Last time you're running outdoors, sometimes it is on the grass, sometimes it's on tar road, sometimes it's on pavement, sometimes it's on sand. So there is change in your running surface, and that also means there is a change in the amount of pressure, not pressure, the impact on running itself. But right now you are running on, I don't know, maybe some people got wooden floors. But most people have tiled floors, cemented floors. So it's hard. It's very, very hard. Okay, and the area of banking to turn, right, is actually a lot sharper now because there is not much space to turn.
That's right.
Yeah. And the body is always leaning sideways.
Yes, right. So you also, that will also cause more injuries, especially if you don't change how you run your running gait. You don't change how you land, you don't change the stride length, everything. That also will affect it. Okay?
What is your advice on the changes on the running gait when they run indoor in a confined space?
I think this is a very good opportunity for us to try to change to 4 foot. Okay, because when they're outside, we are very absorbed into the moment. You don't actually focus that much onto your own body. But when you're running in such small confined places, but it's the best time to do it. Try to lean forward, land on your 4 foot, try to increase your cadence rate, Okay,
Right.
try to reduce your stride length. So this actually does help to reduce the pressure onto your foot and your joints. So that actually helps once you return outside to running outside, right? It improves your form as well.
Right.
So it's not all doom and gloom running in the living room. It's actually not too bad.
Right.
Do you recommend?
But don't run like 10K out of sudden. You actually you actually build up. So like even for me, when I started, I thought stupid idea, but I tried it anyway. I started with like 5 minutes, and I thought it was so painful. The next day I tried again 5 minutes, but at the end of the week, right, you realize that you can actually slowly add up, and then it took COVID to actually get up to about 5K continuous running, and then you like how you build up running in new shoes or running distance. It takes time for your body to adapt to it.
Right.
Then would you recommend running like to and fro like in a straight road, or do you
I prefer running
straight, right?
through the straight
Better, right?
on one line linearly, because for me I find that when I run linearly, right, I have time to focus on how I land and focus on length, as opposed to when I am running around the dining table, which I've tried also as well. Number one, my dining table is not very big. Okay, and I am running around something, I'm always leaning one direction. And for me, I am not focused on my strides anymore. I am focused on not trying to fall over. So again, some people prefer running around. Okay, the house is big, run around, actually not too bad. But you have to turn back lah. Like maybe 2 turns one way, then turn back.
50-50 lah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Then because we can't go to the gym anymore, some people instead of, they say they can't lift heavy weights, so they do body weight exercises. But because they feel like, I cannot lift heavy, therefore I will do a lot more of body weight exercises. So that will also be a sort of injury. Maybe last time they were doing 3 sets of 10, now they're doing like 5 sets of 20. That is big increment. Right? And a new thing I realized on my Instagram is people, because they can't swim, you can't go to the pool, they've been doing a lot of bended shoulder exercises, which is good, but they do it for the entire period of them supposed to swim. So maybe last time you're doing it for swimming, now they're doing it like, okay, I swim half an hour, therefore I will do half an hour continuous of it.
And they injured their shoulder.
Yeah, then the shoulder will pain, right? So what happens is you get aches and pains everywhere.
Right.
And because you are achy and in pain, you're going to feel stiff everywhere. Right? And because you may be overtraining, you also may have your sleep affected. I think a lot of people, and because I'm in a lot of chat groups, right? I still have a normal working hour. I go to bed at the same time, wake at the same time. Oh my God, the group chat at 3 a.m. is still going on strong. I'm like, whoa. So people are not sleeping normally anymore.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Yes. True for me.
Like you like.
Yeah, I sleep at 5-6 o'clock in the morning. I wake up like noon. Also, the other thing I noticed, doctor, the dreams are much more vivid and very bizarre one.
You understand, right? Sleep itself has a few stages. You have to go through the entire 4 stages to come back up. That's one, and then you repeat the same cycle towards the end.
Right.
If your sleep is very interrupted, you don't go through the same stages. You only stay at one part. You could be at the REM part only. You don't have the deep sleep where you need to actually have all this regenerative effects of sleep. So a lot of people are doing this. They think, I don't need to work tomorrow. I will nap after lunch, or I will finish in the morning. Then I will take a nap. So you don't get that whole 7 to 9 hours of real proper sleep. And because your everyday more or less changes, today I sleep at 8 a.m. Or tomorrow I sleep at 9 p.m. Or your body don't adjust that way.
Right.
You like it, but your body doesn't view it the same way.
Right.
Okay?
So in fact, I think people are not being resting well during MCO as compared to before. Maybe.
Definitely. They confuse being bored with being rested. Because it's true. It's true. Think about it. So you don't do anything, and you're not mentally doing something like what you
Yeah,
do
resting.
every day. So you equate that with which is being bored with being rested, right?
Right.
But actually, you are not rested. You are redlining it now. You are this close to being overtrained, and you're going to have all the symptoms. You are just there, right? So there are a lot of people like this, right?
Right.
So, and because your timing of your entire day has
Shifted.
all over the place,
Uh-huh.
appetite will be affected, right?
Right.
Because every time we have a set schedule.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
We
Right.
Okay, after a few hours, we are hungry, we eat breakfast. After a few hours, we get hungry, we have lunch. We
Right.
go for eating, then we have dinner, then we go sleep, right? But now
Right.
it's like,
Always hungry one.
yeah, you're like, oh, okay lah, I think I will have me for snack right now. Or later, okay, I'm going to eat this right now. After that, I got a 3-hour ride with my friends. I won't eat anything at all. You know, people are not eating.
That's why 3-4 o'clock every time eat Maggie.
You okay. So this, because you are not well rested, your stress anxiety levels may actually worsen.
Increase.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes you feel more anxious about staying at home and being bored. So it's like a vicious cycle. Okay. So ask yourself this. I hate the answer to this question. If you are training a lot more these days because you are bored at home, are you supplementing with proper rest? Remedial activities? Are you hydrating well, and are you eating well? Yeah, and a lot of people will say no lah. Okay, so like I said before, are you sleeping enough? I got a bad feeling a lot of people aren't. There will be some. There will be like this a golden student, the student that sleeps a lot, right? Trains exactly to plan, eats exactly to plan, on time, right? Will come off MCO like nothing happened. But those people are very rare and far between. And are you maintaining your range of motion by stretching and foam rolling? Okay, range of motion is important because especially now that we do not run much at all, we are cycling a lot more because trainer, right? You have not able to have treadmill, right? Not like you, So we are always hunched forward, right? So our hip flexors can become tight. Okay, right? Or your hamstrings can become tight as well, right?
Lower back.
So, your lower back become tight. So are you doing anything like this?
And this thing I read before on your Instagram, so like normally we do like the 8 counts or 10 counts, and then your recommendation is to actually go like much longer, right, for the static stretch after the training.
Yes, because with like this lah, I believe in giving a very big number because a lot of my patients and a lot of people I tell will never reach the number. Right?
So you give a higher number, so at least they do slightly longer than normal lah.
Yes. No, really. If you tell someone, okay, you do 2 hours of zone 2 run, most of the time, 1 hour 50 minutes. So it's the same thing. So I always give a higher number, hoping they would achieve. If they achieve, it, fantastic. But a lot of people nobody achieve it.
Right.
Okay? So because also we no longer can go to the gym, right? A lot of people suddenly stop doing strength training. Even body weight exercises stop doing as well. So that also can affect your strength. So if you're only doing one activity, maybe you're only running around your dining table, or maybe you're only cycling with a trainer. So that also limits your range of motion and your general athleticism, I would say. And because we are not outside, we do not. I guess a lot of people are not very fair now because not all longer in the sun. We don't feel hot, and therefore we don't actually drink a lot of water because we're at home all the time. Problem is we still lose water as we breathe. We go to the toilet and everything. We lose water. If you're not hydrating enough and you're still doing that much exercises, it is actually not that enough, right? Okay. If this one, are you eating a lot of junk food and ordering your meals off Grab food? Okay.
Me.
Right. I that for this, right, in the MCO, there are two groups of people like this one. We have one group that went all out into clean eating, cook everything by themselves, experiment cooking,
Vegan.
Eat whatever they do, right? They eat very, very well. And then you have the other end. They eat all the nonsense. They eat all the nonsense. They eat whatever their heart fancies, Maybe they're surviving on ice cream only, or Maggie mee, or crackers.
Ping pong biscuit. Every day must eat 20.
So there are two groups of people like that. So it's not helping. It's not helping you to perform your best if you don't feel yourself well. That's how I look at it. Okay. Now, and some people, how they deal with their stress is by eating. Or some people, how they deal with the stress is by over exercising. I have been there. I've been both of it, right? So maybe now is a good time, or rather, few weeks back was a good time. Now it'll be too late already. Few weeks back was a good time to actually do things like meditating, soul searching, or something more calming.
Yoga.
Whatever you want to call it, okay? Yoga, something like that. So yeah, because triathletes, all type A personalities. A lot of them are. About 90% of these people are type A personalities, which means they are very driven, they are goal oriented, they are on the move. Everything must be, I achieve this, I achieve that, I achieve this. The moment we stop having to achieve all this because we feel stuck, it is very, very stressful. Right? Last time it's like, I have my A race, my B race, my C race, I go for fun in the end. So I have everything lined up. I have something to achieve. But suddenly, my C race cancelled already. Right? Like 10 chart. My B race, got postponed to next year. Okay. My A race, don't know. So suddenly, from having something to aim forward, something to try to achieve, right?
Right.
There's nothing. And because we have nothing, we feel, I hate to use the word, but we feel very useless.
Very empty.
Very empty. Yes, you're right. Very, very empty. So that is very, very stressful for a lot of us.
Maybe we have to change our shift. We have to shift our mindset,
Exactly. So actually, if we had this talk a few weeks back, where we were able to talk about stuff like countering stress with meditation, which is very, very good. You do it on the app as well. Okay. Okay. So now, because our Prime Minister said that we can go out on Monday, these are some. Not really. I would say
Edwin, you got the video of the one I showed, the running one. You can post that one. You share that one. You share that one.
I'm going my charger, my computer. Wait.
Okay. I also need to go toilet break. Edwin, you find the video.
So, guys, sorry, Rupert and Dr. Pui San got to do some stuff. I'm gonna search for the video that Rupert showed me. It's damn funny. So you guys can take a short break also. I also don't know. CG. Out of sudden, Rupert say he can go toilet. Very funny. Serious? First time a live discussion video got toilet break. So now you are still working from home, Dr. Pui San.
And no, I've been working every single day since MCO started.
She
That's
goes
why
to hospital every day.
Wow.
That's why she doesn't feel any changes, and then she's very happy because there's no
exactly.
traffic.
I don't feel much changes now. I mean,
Ah,
I do feel the stress because I know that that okay, the stress I feel is because every single day at work we have a new directive. Okay, like one day they will say, okay, we can't see this kind of patients. We have to postpone to such and such a date. Or then the second day they will change around and say, oh, cannot. A new directive came in from up there. We need to do something else. So that one is stressful for me. But in terms of my routine, right, I'm going to work every single day. I'm very jealous of people who work from home. Very, very jealous.
hey,
Okay,
just now you said the running.
I'm gonna share the video.
On Monday, I share the video on Monday. What are we gonna do on Monday?
So I continue.
Wait, everyone
wait.
share the video. What's gonna happen on Monday? What's gonna happen on Monday? What?
Yeah.
The video everyone ran out of the house, is it?
No, this one. This one. On Monday, Rupert will be like that.
This is me on Monday.
Too much, love it.
That's Rocky, my favorite. This is us on Monday.
Just imagine Rupert.
Okay, a doctor slide, don't forget.
Hey, Rupert. CG very angry. He say, where got web seminar can go toilet one?
Okay. Pause back. Doctors.
Sorry, Dr. Pui San, I think you need to share to me again. Wait, I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Our D-Rock now very efficient. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so like I mentioned before, right? What we don't want is another spike. We want it to stay plateaued. We want it to stay flattened, the curve. Because the longer it stays flattened, the quicker we can return to normal life. We all want that. Okay, so issue now stems from whether or not we understand the dangers of returning without proper precaution.
Right.
Because what the last thing you want is you are almost returning to pre-MCO life. Suddenly MCO restarts back and you're running around the dining table again now. So we don't want that. So social distancing is still the ultimate way to maintain this plateau, this flattening of the curve. So therefore, it has to be remembered that you cannot run or cycle so close to someone else. You know how when you go and buy groceries, right, they make you stand at 1 meter apart just to line up?
Yeah.
Okay. That is the same distance when you are at rest, which means that you are not breathing very heavily. You are resting. The breath is very slow, peaceful. That is 1 meter. But as you increase your breathing intensity, like when you exercise, it actually increases, right? Because you're breathing out and breathing in a lot more air. Remember, you are not trying to protect yourself per se now. You're also trying to protect someone else. Because right now, nobody knows who has the virus. It could be you, it could be me, right?
Yeah.
When you are jogging, right, or you're running or you're cycling, right, 6 meters is the most minimum. There are some research that says up to 10 meters, but 6 meters is the most minimum. Not like how I say, like I prefer a bigger number, so that's why I still go with 10. So if you don't adhere to this, let's say you feel healthy, your friend that you're running with feels healthy, okay? The group itself feels healthy.
Right.
One of you have the virus. You come too close, you're breathing very heavily. Let's say you go to track, you have a heart set 400 times 10. At the end of it, let's take a picture because no picture doesn't, it means the workout didn't exist. Yeah?
True.
You breathe hard, that
everybody.
person comes to 10 people. Okay? 10 people now have the virus. They
And
go
10
to
more.
respective homes. Let's say if you live alone, you're safe. But let's say you live with your mom and dad. or you live with your kids, or you live with your extended family, then now if these people are not previously infected before, right, now you are giving it to them because you are in close proximity to them. Then these people now have this symptom, this virus, and because some people, some of these people are now returning to work, so they go back to their office, and it continues. So that is why, from a flat curve, it can suddenly go to a spike very, very, very high, very, very fast. So we don't want that. We want to stay. We want to go back to pre-MCO life ASAP, flat curve, right?
So we have to assume that everyone had the virus.
Yes, we assume everyone has the virus until proven otherwise, which means I assume I have the virus. I assume you have the virus, right? So common sense is necessary. If you do not feel well, if you feel a bit feverish, you feel your throat a bit scratchy, you feel a flu coming out, a bit of cough, you stay home, or you wear a mask at all times. All right. Hand hygiene has to continue. You have to be carrying a hand sanitizer everywhere. Hang around your neck if you need it to be that way. Because, so, like I said, we assume everyone has the virus. If I have the virus, I say I go to work. Okay? I rub my nose. Okay? My nose is leaky. I have the virus. I rub my nose. So now the virus on my hand. Okay? I open a door. Okay? The door handle is made of metal. I close the door. 5 minutes later, someone opens the door using the same door handle. Now that person may not have the virus, now has the virus on their hands.
Yeah.
Before they can wash their hands, they rub their nose. So what happens? Even I have not come in close contact with this person, I have not infected this person indirectly. Okay? Which is why before you touch your face, you wash your hands. Okay? And if you don't feel well, you stay home. Okay. Now let's talk about wearing masks. Yeah. Okay. I have discussed previously in my Instagram whether or not masks can prevent from the virus spread itself. It may or may not prevent me from getting the virus if I don't have the virus right. Wear your mask. If I do not have the virus right now. But again, like what I said, now I assume everyone has the virus, including me. I assume that when I go out, I may transmit my virus to someone else. So therefore, the mask is not just to protect me. The mask is to protect everyone else. It's important. So this is where we need to change from viewing safety of ourselves to viewing safety of others.
Everyone,
If we can view safety of others as well, right, it makes a big change. It makes a big difference. Okay, so like I said, you may be the person that is harboring the virus. Okay, also, like I said, but just now, if I have the virus, I touch the doorknob, someone else touch the doorknob 5 minutes later, that person will get the virus, but I have not come into contact with this person. So this person will touch the face without washing their hands, and then I just infected the person. Right? So you do not want to do that, and the mask does help, because if I wear a mask, I'm going to touch my face. Right? Like this, I'm like, I got mask, okay, go wash hands first. Then we go rub my nose, stuff like that. So that is like insurance policy for you. Okay?
I see.
And a lot of times, right, because we are so not used to this idea of social distancing, we forget to do it. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's say you're going out to buy groceries, someone walk past you, the person is oblivious that you are there, they walk very close to you.
Right.
Okay. If this person has the virus and this person coughs, then what? Right? So social distancing failed. Maybe the person didn't intend for it to fail. It's just that the person didn't notice you were there. Or maybe you were just in a lift and someone just barged in and suddenly, the face just failed. So that thing can happen. So you want to have another level of protection. That is why the mask is important. Right. So when you do not do sporting, if you do not exercise, you wear the mask, no issue. No one will complain about it. Now the issue starts is, what about when you are exercising? Having said what I said, you are trying to protect everyone else other than yourself, because now you assume that you have the virus, which means, right, if you're going to go out and exercise, wouldn't that make sense to wear the mask? Okay. Now, only 3-ply surgical mask that is well fitted. A lot of people don't wear it well fitted enough. That is well fitted. It's that it is efficient for it to filter the virus to some degree out. If how do I say that? If you don't wear the mask tight enough, it doesn't work. Okay,
Right.
It's uncomfortable. I'm sure you guys have tried before, right? The surgical mask, against here, breathe is like, oh my god. That is when it is effective. When you find that breathing is difficult using the mask, right? That is the effective part. If you find breathing is easy with the mask, right? Something is wrong.
We're poking hole at the mask.
Yeah, so a lot of times, right, I can see people that is a hole at the side, right? Or there's a bit of hole here to pull it a little bit lower because it's easier to breathe.
But it's the purpose of the mask, really.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the purpose of the mask. You just make the mask a failure, right? That's why.
So they wear masks so that they don't get saman only.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Don't get told off, right? and let's be honest, like if you are not doing exercise and you wear the mask, it's already uncomfortable. Imagine when you exercise, how uncomfortable it is going to be. Okay.
For sure.
When you exercise, you also sweat, right?
Yeah.
You sweat, your mask will get wet.
Hmm.
When the mask is wet, it's not as effective as it is as when it is dry. Okay?
Right.
So that I don't have a definite answer for this, but I would advise you in terms of public health, which means my main concern right now is to make sure the curve is flat so that we can end MCO for good. So because I'm looking from that perspective, I'm going to tell everyone, please wear a mask.
Yeah. Doc, also you are doing like some testing, right? To ask
Right.
the athletes to wear the mask. You're gonna mention here.
Yeah, I mentioned here. So prior to COVID-19, right, no one had ever done a study looking at exercise and wearing masks. We need to come up, because we know this is going to last for a while, right? We need to come up with real guidelines and protocols and evidence-based to say, okay, you have to wear a mask, or okay, we don't have to wear a mask, or okay, situational based. But I don't have the data. So I'm trying to collect data right now. Okay. So I am recruiting people to do this study. Okay. So you are on Zwift, you have a power trainer that can go on a smart trainer can go on ERG mode. You are willing to do an FTP RAM test, which is easier than 20 minutes one. You are willing to write a total of 4 sessions, and you're willing to wear a mask for the 2 sessions. Please contact me.
You can just put your email here on the live comments, and then Edwin can summarize and then send to doctor.
Yeah.
It's not a zone 1 and zone 2 right only, but I need to know how good it is. That's all.
But doctor, any mask will do, is it?
Huh?
Any mask will do, is it? Like just a normal.
I need to be a surgical mask. I need to be a 3-ply surgical mask. So if you have that already, right, just use whatever you're having. We will send you a guidance next week on how to wear the mask properly. But if you do not have it and you want to participate, you let me know ASAP, because I will send you the mask via post laju.
Send your, just write down your email there, and then Edwin will summarize and send to doctor, and then she'll know who to email. All right.
Where do I? Yeah, cannot. Type comments.
They will just write on the live comments, so no problem.
Oh, I can't click.
Yeah, you can't. You don't need to click. You don't need to click on the live comments. They will just mention their email there, and then Edwin will summarize and send to you later on.
Anyway,
our D-Rock will do the job.
Yeah. Anyways, I put your email in the comment in case anyone want to ask you anything.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So yeah.
I'm Troy Doc.
Yep. So this is my. In case you want to follow me on Zwift also lah.
Advertise for life.
I share a lot of memes there. Pretty good memes. Okay. So yeah. So thank you so much for listening. Any questions?
Okay. Now I think the Q&A session starts, so you guys can come in with questions.
Yeah. I know Andrew has been wanting to come in the last 1 hour, so please say me. I cook almost every day because I cannot afford Grab food every day lah. Yeah, just bring whoever wants to come in, and then you have questions for Dr. Pui San. You
Okay,
can just
so
start with questions.
I'm posting up some questions now.
Mhm. Yeah, while you're adding, give them the link to come in. So Edwin, you can remove this presentation slide.
Okay.
I cannot see Dr. Pui San's face.
So no upcoming races as a goal or threshold. Indoor equipments often churn out wrong numbers. What parameters can we use to measure fitness? I think this one Rupert or Doctor also can answer.
Rupert, go ahead first.
What? I haven't read the question. Sorry. Edwin,
No, like-
can you can you send the link to those that want to ask questions?
Yeah.
You can send them now. No upcoming
Okay.
races as a goal or threshold. Indoor equipment often churn out wrong numbers. What parameters can we use to measure fitness? Well, if you have the smart trainer, of course you can still do your FTP test, or if you have the treadmill, of course you can still do a threshold test. Yeah lah. Use the smart trainers or treadmill.
No, but because the question is sometimes the smart trainer is not calibrated well, and then the numbers.
Like that, there's no way, because you don't have the tools to, unless you go out and do on track or do on.
Okay, so
Dr. Pui San, you have any comments on this?
Jackson. Oh, sorry.
Actually, you want to see your fitness, right? One of the easiest way to do it is to monitor your resting heart rate. The moment you wake up from sleep,
I see.
measure your heart rate. That's it. Because if you measure that over a long period of time, right, you more or less know how you are reacting. It is very rough gauge of your fitness estimation. So let's say some days you find that your resting heart rate is more or less say 50. You know that's your baseline already, ma. Then if it slowly goes lower after a long period of time, you're getting fitter. But if you find that it is going higher, then you start thinking, am I training too hard? Am I not resting enough? Sort of thing like that. So it's a good way, a good, easy, cheap, free anyway, way to actually monitor yourself. Heart rate does tell you a lot of stuff.
Assuming Hulu Langat still out of bounds, but are there other usual areas now okay for Monday? Cycling
I can't answer the question.
Yeah, I also cannot answer this question. Later, I say okay, then they go and then kena tangkap. I'll be in deep trouble. Just cycle near to your place, wherever you're staying.
Yeah, and keep a safe distance.
Yeah, at the moment, until the government comes out with a protocol, whether you can drive out more than 10 kilometers to do the ride, we don't know, because there was no clear guideline. It's just that they say can cycle, but we don't know how far. Later, you're gonna tangkap police, and then they say, "What are you doing here?" And you have a problem answering. So until they have clearer protocols.
Okay. Actually, another question here, because I see Katie and Sue is asking about the mask wearing. Because Katie asked how to run with mask. It's not easy to breathe, which is fair.
Right.
And then Sue asked about whether extra it will make your lungs stronger. Okay, can we just do that first?
Edwin, can you highlight that question?
Okay. Coming in now. Sorry. Which from who?
What is it?
Katie's question. Katie.
Oh, okay. All right. So how to run with mask? Not easy to breathe. Yeah.
This is where I will put this statement, because it is coming from a public health point of view. We want to keep other people safe, right? So therefore, we assume that we are having the virus. We may not, but we assume that we are. Okay. Therefore, we don't want to spread to other people. However, if you are running outside and you are alone, okay, you are alone. There's no one around you, or someone is on the other side of the road running. Okay, it is actually quite safe in that sense. But if you're running with others, then you have to assume I am taking care of the other person that I'm running with.
Right. Yeah.
But also another thing, I think since we just got back to training, I think we shouldn't do much hard effort sessions. So I think for like zone 1 and 2, it's still bearable to wear the mask, I think, right?
Can you highlight the question from?
No, I haven't tried. But I'm just guessing right now.
I tried it for the research. It is actually
okay.
Edwin, can you highlight the question from Sue?
Oh, Sue.
Does wearing of mask exercise make our lungs stronger? This was also I'm very interested. The one that they have, the one that you wear like the breathalyzer.
The VO2 max thing, man.
Does that work or not?
Did you not read my Instagram post? Okay, when you wear you're terrible. Okay, when you wear the altitude mask, right?
Right.
Initially, it was marketed as a way to simulate altitude training, which means if you train high, you will produce more, EPOs, you have more blood cells, you run like Kipchoge or something like that. But the latest research shows that it doesn't per se get you all that. You do not actually develop more red blood cells, or your EPO will not go through the roof like you're doing. It doesn't do that. But what it does is, because you're breathing air through a very small hole, right? It actually forces your lung muscles to work harder. And therefore, you will develop much stronger respiratory muscles. So to breathe actually takes quite a few muscles. Right? You have the diaphragm, in between your ribs, you have muscles, all that actually contracts and relax, and therefore air goes in and out of your lungs. So by wearing the altitude mask, you are strengthening those muscles.
But if you don't know how to use it properly, if you don't know how to use it properly, it can be quite dangerous, right? Because later people pengsan, not enough oxygen.
I'm sure. Okay, I personally have not tried it, because when it first came out, I thought it was stupid.
It is all bullshit marketing.
I think I think I look silly, but I know a lot of people tried it. Okay, a lot of people tried it. It is uncomfortable. Okay,
right.
The discomfort you feel, it is because when you're working out, you're trying to suck in air. You're trying and trying, and it's difficult. Right? That is the difficult part.
Right.
But whether you're talking about discomfort as the mask touching your mouth or blocking your nose, no.
Right.
It is designed in a way that it will not irritate you. Right. The discomfort that you feel is from trying to breathe and suck in the air, and nothing is coming in. That's about it. So when you compare this to a surgical mask, to some degree, you are also trying to suck in air, but your mask is going. The issue with sucking in air is it's going to block your nostril and block your mouth.
All right.
So that is discomfort.
So if you're saying in that sense that then wearing the 3-ply mask or what also might have the same effect.
To some degree.
Because it's much harder to breathe. So you actually are strengthening your lungs as well, even with the normal mask.
To some degree. But a lot of times you get so fed up, you probably just chuck your mask away.
Right.
But again, which is why I want to do this study, because if at zone 1 and zone 2, you can barely last a half an hour, right? How can I recommend this to people outside? You get.
So I think the best advice is, if you want to train outside, still maintain a safe gap, like a social distancing.
Yes. Again, assume that you have the virus. Everyone you should assume that you have the virus. You can infect people, because once you look at it as in you have the responsibility to keep other people safe, right? You will do the needful, as opposed to I avoid this particular, I think he has the virus, or stuff like that.
Right.
TCM is what already? TCM.
Traditional Chinese medicine.
So far, no.
So far, no. Hey, but no harm trying.
Oh. Sorry?
No harm trying.
After cycling on Zwift, my thumbs developed some pain when I bend it. What exercise?
I think because you hold the handle this way, right? So there's no blood flow, and then that's why it feel numb, I think.
Actually, it's because he's riding on Zwift a bit too much as well.
It's what?
Riding too much on Zwift.
Too long and too much. Right? Probably last time, even with his normal rides, right, he doesn't do that. And probably last time when he calls, he leave off his hand or whatever, right? All day, Everest day, feel painful one.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi. I see a different face right now.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Hi.
So we have a question from Sam. Do you think heart rate variability is a useful metric, and are there benchmark numbers?
Okay, I have tried heart rate variability for about 6 months, and I've tried.
Oh, there's the one that Rupert you told me before.
Yeah.
I've tried a few apps and book as well.
Right.
Okay. Issue with heart rate variability is this: different apps give you different numbers.
Correct. Not that
right.
accurate, lah.
I wouldn't say not accurate, because if I've actually for 6 months, but I tried 3 different apps every single morning now, just to do my own self experiment, and every single time it tells you a different thing. So that makes me very query whether it works or not, because sometimes after the morning after a very hard workout, I do my HRV on 3 different apps. And 3 different apps tell me 3 different things. 2 apps will say, "Oh, you are doing great right now. Train as per normal." And 1 app will say, "Oh, you're overtraining." Right? It's not like the same app as you think. Sometimes it's the other way around. So that makes me question the reliability of heart rate variability. I wouldn't say HRV is something very new. It has been around for quite a few years already. Why the variability, I don't know. Because when I read into the research, right, they talk a lot about this like engineering or mathematical numbers, which I like, you know. So it's very hard for me to follow. But let's say you try out HRV. After every single morning, you've been measuring it for a while now.
Right.
The app itself more or less will study you if you put in all your metrics and stuff like that. If you find that after days you wake up after a hard training where you feel like shit, and it reports that it feels like shit and it corresponds to what you are feeling, then I would say, yeah, perhaps HRV does work for you. It does reflect what you are feeling, and it's just a reflection of you want a objective thing. But if you find that some days after a hard training, you wake up feeling like crap, but your HRV say you are doing awesome. Some days you wake up and feel awesome, but the HRV says you should pull back. Then maybe the app itself doesn't work for you.
So I think we still have to listen probably most of the time.
I think you know your body well enough. Okay lah. There are some people that regardless how little they train or how much they train, right, they feel like crap, right? So that was a bit hard for me to say. But when it comes to heart rate, resting heart rate measured over a long period of time, it is still one of the better metrics out there right now.
That's right. Okay. Can we bring back Andrew and then we go through Andrew's question first? We go through Andrew's question.
Okay. I do not know whether COVID-19 spread through our sweat or not. Because this virus is spread via respiratory droplets, which means but it has to come from our respiratory tract, right? So like cough, like your licking nose, stuff like that. But right now, I don't think it comes through our sweat yet. But when you sweat in your face, when you wipe your face and you like that, right? Okay, you most likely will touch your nose and your saliva a bit. If you want to talk about that, then yes, it will get infected in that sense. But through sweat per se, I don't think so.
Right. Okay.
Oh, you did ask.
Andrew, ask your question first.
Okay. So
Andrew, what's your question?
So the question about mask has already been answered. So I just want to share my personal experience regarding about the altitude mask that I used before, right? I think besides the sweat challenge, it's very difficult to breathe, especially about 15-30 minutes. And actually it creates a lot of saliva inside the mask. So it's actually a different type of challenge. So it's actually very disgusting after you take it out. So it's actually very sticky and it's a new type of challenge. So the mask question has been answered. So about nutrition, so there's a lot of people say that you have to amp up on your immunity system, especially right now. But how much of nutrition do you need to take, like especially for vitamins? I heard people like doubling up their vitamins right now, like instead of taking one dosage, they take two dosages. Is that an overkill or is it necessary at all?
Okay. The best thing you can do to boost your immunity, right, is sleep. The best thing you can do. Okay, get adequate sleep, get good quality sleep. That is the best thing you can do to boost your immunity. Everything is secondary.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say, okay? Because after sleep, after sleep is right here, right? This is the best thing you can do. After sleep, right, it's actually proper nutrition, which means you eat whole foods, you eat food that you eat a lot of vegetables, you don't eat a lot of Maggi mee, you don't eat a lot of
She's talking about Rupert.
yeah, that's what you are. Okay, if you have these two in place, right, you're good to go. A lot of times you're good to go. Okay, everything else is just you are unlucky. All right. Now, in terms of vitamins and then all these supplementations, right, whether or not it boosts your immune system in time of COVID, there is not enough research that says that yes, it does. You take this, you will prevent yourself getting COVID. No, it may make you feel a bit better, but to say that if I take vitamin C, I can go out, don't wear mask, no, like that way. Okay, and know this, yeah. Some vitamins are water soluble, which means if you overdose on it, right, you will just produce.
Go up to urine.
Yeah, really. But
So
some
that means the body
vitamins,
does not absorb it even though you increase your dosage.
Yeah, no, because our body can only absorb a certain amount of
so
vitamins.
you use the amount that you need for the day, right? And the body say, okay, throw away.
Yeah.
That's it. Right?
The excess one will just go out.
Yeah, so like say for example like vitamin C, right? So what is actually the recommended dosage that we should be
I
taking
think
right now
a
regularly?
lot of vitamins that they're selling outside there, they're going by 500 and 1,000. Okay?
Yes,
If
correct.
1,000 a day, it's going to be fine. Right?
And that's the max.
Like I said, if okay, you know how they sell in effervescence, and you make a
Yes.
very cool fizzy drink. Okay, some people I know like to drink that as like source of water. Okay, if
I call it flavored water.
you're better off putting in a lemon is cheaper, by the way. So let's say that is the only way for you to hydrate well, right? I would say use the vitamin C. Okay, because hydration is more important. It's part of the nutrition. You understand? But if you say I'm only taking that because I need the vitamin C, 1,000 cukup already.
So 1,000 is the max.
It's cukup already. Enough for you. But there are some vitamins that are actually fat soluble, which means your body doesn't get rid of it that easily. Like your vitamin D, your vitamin E, vitamin A, all these are fat soluble. So once you take it a lot, right? The body stores it in your fat, right? And like you fat, right? So same thing, So it takes a while for the body to get rid of it, and there is a risk of overdosing of it. Okay, so the vitamins that you can take over and you just produce expensive urine, actually vitamin C. It's true.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the answer.
No problem.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Andrew.
Hello.
Thanks, Andrew. Take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right, Edwin, please kick him out. And send somebody else in.
Can you get in with one punya question?
Kim, whose question? Sorry.
Ridwan at the bottom. Ridwan.
Swimming pool.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Right now, the Prime Minister already put a statement that, which I totally agree, that gyms and swimming pools are no-go. Okay. Reason is very, very simple. Remember what I said? You all assume that you have the virus, and you all assume that you do not want to spread to other people because you want to be a good citizen in this country, right? And say, make sure the curve stay flat, right? So when you swim, your respiratory fluids will get into the water. Okay? Okay. Let's say your pool is very big. You say that one person in a bit of virus inside them diluted already, chlorine will you will not get it. Very hard to say. What if everyone in the pool has the virus? What if?
But will the chlorine like almost immediately kill the virus or no?
It's not just the chlorine itself, You're also talking about when you are showering before you get into the pool, the area is going to be wet. You share a toilet in the swimming pool area. That time you go back to the car without money.
Yeah.
Do that. You can, but it feels like crap.
So there's other variables out of the pool.
The door.
Yeah.
The swimming at the
And
platform.
You swim close to someone. Okay, let's say you breathe out and you spit out a little bit. Okay, it happens, and that person gulped some water because they're not very good at swimming close to you. Do you think chlorine will have time to kill that you out, right? So there are a lot of things like that, and again, we are looking looking at it from a public health point of view, right? We want to keep everyone safe. We want everyone and good.
We don't want to take the 1% chance.
Some more all our students always don't bring pool boy, don't bring paddle, don't bring kickboards. We can have to pinjam them the stuff.
Can we just ask Eugene one? Then we look at Kim Hai's one.
Okay, we can bring Eugene in. Edwin, you send him the link. So he can pull in where he's stuck in.
Eugene say it's not free. Eugene not free.
Okay, whoever that wants to check.
Eugene say even the thumb injury thing even happens when he like during Ironman or training, not only during this MCO period.
Okay. It is very hard for me to tell you what is wrong with the thumb.
Maybe it can be the bike sitting position or stuff like that.
Without me actually looking at the thumb itself and touching the bloody thumb, right? So it's very hard for me to tell you what is wrong. But sometimes it is just the pressure from your bike fit itself. Okay, when you have the pressure over a particular area for too long, you're running from a 5K, then need to do a full marathon. The impact onto the joint itself, even though it's small, that joint itself can get inflamed. Okay, when it gets inflamed, it will get a little bit swollen and it will get painful. All right, if sometimes by having too much time on a bike in one position, it can cause the pain. I think a common sense advice would be you try to change positioning. Change it more frequent when you're on the bike. Okay, and now way is ice it. Okay, if you find that after many hours on the bike, it's painful, ice it.
Right.
Reduce the inflammation.
So the other thing is that don't lean too much using your arm and shoulder strength on the handlebar. You should be engaging your core as well. So don't just lean in. All right. So that might help as well when you start using your core. So that's why you have to do your core training.
Okay. This is the new norm. Echoing back to you, all my friends are sleeping late and waking up late or early. They tend to overwork beyond 6 p.m. Flexibility. Your boss bugs you all the time. I'm a light sleeper and sleep with any remedies. I am.
Can you take it out? Question. Cannot see, doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of sleep supplementation unless very, very necessary, because I find that a lot of times, right, a lot of times there are many things that you can do before you reach the level that you need to take something for your sleep. Okay, so one thing, like I said before, you need to manage your stress. It's easy for me to say right now because I'm not you, but you need to find a way to manage it. Whatever the stress, there must be ways that you can change your perspective on this stressor. Okay, if you manage this stress, a lot of times you will find that you sleep a lot better as well, or you sleep a lot easier as well. Okay. Now, having said that, also now is actually a very good time to take time to meditate. I know when the word meditation comes up, you're thinking of yoga, sitting in the position. No. Because of technology, meditation now has gone online as well. It has gone onto apps. And there are so many apps online that you can try for free that takes only like 5 minutes of guided meditation. They teach you how to breathe, and that's it. Right? So when you teach you how to breathe properly, you get adequate oxygen into the body, you feel more relaxed. Generally, you sleep a lot better after a few tries. Again, like everything in life, right, there's no magic pill. You expect I tried today, tomorrow, but It doesn't work that way. Same with
Yeah,
you.
it takes
And
time.
it's not like, today I buy a bike, tomorrow I'm going to race Ironman. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so same thing. And a lot of times when we are stressed out, we are a lot of our muscles are all how you say it's all contracted and tense up, and we don't actually breathe in that much anymore. Everything is like shallow breathing. So to learn how to breathe properly is actually very important, especially times like this. Okay, so that is one, managing your stress, finding ways to tackle and to change your perspective on how you view your stress. Another thing is, because now a lot of you guys work from home, right? There is no distinction between where is workplace and where is my sleep place. Everything is jumbled up. Maybe you're working on your bed,
I see. So
leave your laptop, go to your bed, type, and then you go to sleep.
Yep.
Your brain is thinking, I'm in this bed. I usually use the bed to relax, but now I'm thinking about and the report I have to produce. So you there's no longer distinction between what area you do for rest and what area you do for work. So this simple things like that you can change. Or a lot of times also, like, because you work from home, you wake up from sleep, you wear the same baju. The whole body wear the same baju. You go back to sleep, you wear the same baju. So again, your body also thinks that I'm still working.
I see.
Okay, that's one. Second thing is, because you also work by your bed or in your bedroom or near your bed, your computer is on, the blue light is on, your phone is perpetually on, the blue light is on. Maybe you're waiting for your colleague to message you back. You're trying to sleep. Ping
screen time.
You wake up and it's like you are disrupting yourself. You are actually programming yourself for failure of not sleeping. Okay, simple things like that. So it is before you try melatonin, before you try sleeping pill, why not do something simple that you can do without any medication?
All right.
Why not you just try keeping your phone on silent or night mode when you go to sleep, okay? Or maybe turn everything with what you call it, without the blue light on first. You have just the computer. You can install some app that actually turns off the blue light after a while. Okay? You turn that on. Okay. I see now online they're selling a blue light filter. I'm like, what the? It's much easier to just turn it off. So yeah, stuff like that. And then simple things like, instead of sitting on your bed to type your report, sit somewhere else. If your room is small, it's as simple as sitting on the floor or a chair.
Because I think the body can adjust to the texture of where your body, the feel of where your body is, right?
Yeah, perhaps, but you want to distinguish sleep for the bed for sleep and everything else for everything else. Right.
And then another thing is, I think because what affects people's sleep ability now is because during MCO, a lot of people is increasing their screen time, like their phone usage and what. So I think, like I read somewhere, if you use too much phone in the daytime or before sleep, it affects your sleeping ability when you want to fall asleep.
Yes, definitely, because that's why I say you need to turn off the blue light like a few hours before sleep. How long before? I don't have data for you, but it will be good, like 2-3 hours before, off the blue light already. Nowadays, your phone has the app to actually turn on the yellow light.
Yeah, the iPhone will have the night shifting, so night mode, so it become more yellow.
Yeah, doctor, and the other thing is, any nutrition that you recommend that they can take to help with sleeping?
Sorry, say again?
Any nutrition or any supplements that might help?
I really believe we shouldn't. Sleep is something very, very natural that comes to us naturally.
Yeah, we shouldn't use something to help to sleep, right?
Yeah, but it's better to do all this before you get to supplementation.
Right.
But okay, if mati, let's say jet lag. Okay, that one I totally understand. Jet lag, you need to sleep, because tomorrow you go to work. Okay, melatonin is fine, but it's only momentarily. You can't. It's not advisable to take it long term, because after a while you won't work anymore.
Right. Your body will adapt to it.
Yeah.
Then this question is for Rupert. So what's the best training at home as a replacement to swimming? what are the swim length workouts you can recommend?
Of course,
Simple ones.
I'm gonna ask you to do the stretch cord band workout. Get it at Sandband. Yeah, so you can do, of course, you can do the one double arm at the front, and can do the catch, and then you can do the single one, pull all the way to the back, and then the double arm pulls. You know, that is like the closest thing that is similar to swimming lah. So make sure when you do that, not just simply pulling it, but you
Focus on technique.
emphasize on the form. Make sure you have the catch. Make sure you have the pull, and then recover.
Doctor, question about speed. My wife always buy this aroma oil that she claims
I
makes us
read
fall asleep
you
faster.
reply to this. Okay. If your wife finds that putting aromatherapy oil helps her relax, okay, I would just let her. It's not that expensive anyway.
Don't make your wife angry. Don't make your wife angry. That's the most important thing.
Okay, if you want your life to be unhappy, you make your wife unhappy.
Yeah, and then after that, Visa go to Ironman Revoke.
Right.
No more Ironman. So
Then,
just let her have it.
Yeah, just let her have it. If it really helps her relax, because some people need to project the idea of relaxation on something else.
Right. Edwin, Ben wants to come in and ask some question. Edwin.
No, I think he just wanted the link to see the video.
I see. Okay.
So any more? So far we have covered most of the questions.
Whiskey not recognized.
Yeah. Any more questions, guys?
Let me have a look. Irotiwa. There's a lot of funny comments. Okay, I think that's about it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dr. Pui San, thank you very much for your time. Today, much longer than expected.
Yes,
Almost,
thank you, doctor.
1 hour 40 minutes. Yeah. So I think most of them all get a lot of good information from you. So so maybe hopefully lah, if you guys want to go out and start training next week outdoors, make sure you wear your mask and practice social distancing.
Yeah, just social distancing is more important.
Very important, yeah, very important. And then make sure don't just go out and do anything crazy. Gradually adapt to the training.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people also asking when Rupert. A lot of people asking when are we going to start back class. So I think we still have to wait for the announcement from the government regarding all the guidelines before we can actually.
Right now, classes are still considered as mass gathering. So
Yes.
So just
we want to keep the MCO. We want MCO to end, and we want it to end permanently. Therefore, we need to keep our curve flat. So just assume that you all have the virus and protect everyone else, and let's hope we get through this as fast as possible.
Yes. Don't worry. Once we decide to start again, you guys will all know because we'll post it out on our social media and all the WhatsApp groups. For sure, you guys will be the first one to know.
Yeah, also regarding our RC events that we are supposed to do during second half of the year, we will also update you guys lah. We'll give announcement because like a lot like Desaru camp people are asking.
Yeah. Until we get the green light from the government to proceed, then only we'll do. Otherwise, kena tangkap masuk penjara.
So don't worry, guys. We'll update you all.
All right. Thank you, doctor. Thank you guys for watching.
All right.
See you guys soon. All right, Edwin can go to private.
All right. Bye-bye.